You know, every once in a while in football, you get to watch a performance that's more than just a win. It's a statement. And today, we're breaking down one of those truly rare moments of near perfection, Barcelona's absolute masterclass against Valencia. So let's get into it and dissect exactly how they did it. Six goals. Just let that sink in for a moment. And for Valencia, a big round 0. This wasn't a contest. It was total, absolute dominance from the first minute to the last. So that's the real question, right? How do you even begin to dissect perfection? It's one thing to just watch the highlights, but we're gonna go so much deeper. We're gonna pull apart the very anatomy of this win, goal by goal, tactic by tactic. All right, let's start the beginning. Barcelona didn't just ease their way into this game. They absolutely exploded out of the blocks. The plan was clear: overwhelm Valencia from the first whistle. And that first goal, well, it's the perfect example of that aggressive strategy. This was no lucky break. This was the immediate reward for a perfectly executed high press. The whole sequence is just devastatingly quick. First, you've got the coordinated press, and I mean coordinated. It's not just one player, it's the whole front line, closing down together, forcing the error. The second they win that ball, there is zero hesitation. It's one instant vertical pass that just carves the defense open. And the finish? It's pure instinct. Boom, 1-0. And that's why this first goal was so much more than just a point on the board. It was a message. It told Valencia exactly what they were in for. It was a clear statement of intent. We are not giving you a single second to breathe today. So, if goal number 1 was all about raw pressure, goal number 2 was about something else. It was about precision and exploiting the space that all that pressure creates. And this is where you see their genius, their tactical variety. After all that high-intensity chaos, Barcelona just slows it down. They're patient. They pass the ball around, pulling Valencia's defenders out of their shape. And then, bam, one single killer pass, not to a player, but into the space behind them. A brilliant run meets it, and the finish is just clinical. So you have two totally different goals, both born from the exact same dominant philosophy. Now, once you're 2 goals up, the whole game can shift. And this is where Barcelona really turns the screw. This is where they establish complete and total control. And it all starts right in the heart of the pitch, the midfield. Just look at these possession stats. They really tell the story, don't they? And this isn't just about keeping the ball for the sake of it. No, this is about controlling the entire rhythm, the entire tempo of the match. It's about starving your opponent of any chance to even build an attack. Barcelona didn't just have the ball, they owned it. And here you can see the tactical mismatch it creates. On one hand, you have Barcelona being proactive. They've got fluid movement, they're constantly creating these little passing triangles, and what can Valencia do? They're forced to be reactive, dropping deeper and deeper, scrambling to plug the gaps. One team is writing the script, the other is just trying to keep up. So, what happens when you have that level of suffocating control? Well, a goal like this, the third goal, it almost feels inevitable. It's the logical result of all that sustained pressure. I mean, this goal is a genuine work of art. It's built on something like 20+ passes in a row. They just move Valencia's defense side to side, patiently pulling them apart, thread by thread. Then, a sudden change of pace, quick 1-2s at the edge of the box, one final genius little pass, and it's a simple tap-in. All the hard work was done in that incredible build-up. And that's the perfect way to put it. This goal had nothing to do with luck. It was all about angles and movement and timing. It was pure, beautiful footballing geometry. See, this is what that total team control does for you. It doesn't just create these incredible team goals, it also sets the stage for moments of individual brilliance to just shine. And that's exactly what goal number 4 was, a moment of pure, jaw-dropping magic. But it was only possible because of the team's complete dominance. At 4-0, you'd think most teams would take their foot off the gas, right? But this performance wasn't just about winning. This last part of the game was a straight-up lesson in ruthlessness. This is that championship mentality. Okay, let's look at goal number 5. The game is over. Valencia are beaten. But does Barcelona's intensity drop even 1%? Absolutely not. Think about this. This attack starts with them defending a corner in their own box. Then, in the blink of an eye, they turn defense into a blistering, pitch-long counterattack. To have that level of fitness, that hunger, this late in a game that's already won,
That's what separates the great teams from the legendary ones.
And then finally, number 6. This isn't just another goal to pad the stats. This is the final word. This is the signature on the masterpiece. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? To keep that level of execution going right until the final whistle, it just shows an unbelievable, relentless pursuit of excellence. They didn't just want to win. They wanted to create something unforgettable. So, let's put it all together. We've gone through all 6 goals, but what's the big picture? What's the overarching blueprint for a perfect victory like this? When you really boil it down, it comes down to these 3 pillars. First, that relentless high press to set the tone from minute 1. Second, that absolute superiority in the midfield to control the game. And third, ruthless, clinical finishing to make it all count. Each pillar was crucial, and when you put them all together, well, they were simply unstoppable. And that leaves us with one last question to chew on. Was this just a perfect game, a singular, incredible moment in time? Or did we just witness a blueprint for the future? A combination of athletic pressure, technical mastery, and elite mentality that would define how football is played at the highest level for years to come? Definitely something to think about.